Business is good. It's undoubtedly been a very challenging time over the last 12 months. I think what's really been evident is that we've had to cram in 12 months of trading into maybe 6 or 7. So, we've had great sales this year. Trading's been great. It's just been over a shorter period of time really. So that brings its own challenges with workloads and all the rest of it. So the kind of first 3 months, the business just started back as where it was. In fact, it was even busier. We had taken on new staff members to cover the workload. We were starting to struggle with storage facilities in the warehouse. So yeah, it started to really pick up, and it's not really stopped since, to be honest. We're predominantly a supply only business, but it's clear to see that there's certainly a short-term issue within the construction industry as a whole. Shortages of materials, shortages of labor, price increases in labor, price increases of materials, and much of it's supply and demand. I think there was so much trading lost over the last 12, 14 months that now there's only so much contractors can do. So the inquiry level's probably higher than it ever has been, or certainly in the last sort of 10, 15 years. A lot of our clients are kind of finding it challenging in getting fitters who probably book 6 to 8 months in advance. And I think other kind of issues is a lot of the clients who've maybe gone to architects and they're doing bigger projects in their house, extensions, big renovations. They've maybe had costings for their project a year ago, or even 8 to 10 months ago, and they budgeted for that. They've got that pot of money sitting there, and then it comes to starting the project. Your project's up 30%, 40% on materials, and that's a big blow. So the knock-on effect to the kitchens, bedrooms, bathroom industry is savings. So it's difficult to make savings on roof trusses and building blocks and the kind of core materials to build the structure. But what happens is the interiors, that's when they have to then pare back on worktop choices, appliance specification. So I think budget wise, maybe that's going to be really kind of pushed. And of course, as everyone knows in this industry as well, the prices have gone up. So it's a double whammy when it comes to that. So I think that's a real challenge that we'll probably continue to see at least for the next 6, 8 months. I think growth will still continue. I think trading, looking at the news and looking at the figures, is probably going to be good. I think the next game changer will probably be normalization of international travel. I think when that starts coming back on the cards, the pockets of cash clients who maybe allocating to home renovations might slightly change, and then they might think, actually, we deserve a holiday, as I think everyone really feels they do at the moment. So I think that's when there might be a lull, but when that'll be, I don't know. Possibly October breaks, if not maybe even into the start of next year, into the kind of February holidays. So I think it's just a waiting game, but I see that's the next sort of slight, not complete pause in client spending, but there'll be a bit of a slowdown there, I would imagine. Biggest opportunities, good question. I think your home offices, utilizing the manufacturers and products that we use. Clients are maybe just wanting a bit more in their properties. They're in the finance industry, the legal professions, a lot of the insurance. It's clear to see they will probably move towards more of a kind of flexible working from home sort of work schedule. So I would imagine people will be spending more time in their homes. It's clear to see. So I think if we can give added value to that, whether it's home offices or areas within the home, that will just improve it. So I think that's probably an area we'll do well in, hopefully moving forward into next year. Next year, I'd like to hope things are as back to as much normality as possible. I would hope that business continues to grow. We've kind of taken a step back and looked at areas we can improve. So we've now set a good team. We've employed a couple of new designers who have fitted really well into the team. We've invested in a new office, which we are going to have as a kind of open collaborative space. And we've also used that time to invest, and we've created a new website. We've set our stall up in the hope that next year is going to be a year for us, a great year for the industry, and hopefully it continues.